Hello. In this presentation, we will discuss the features of our universal microwave as presented by Haley Dixon, Caitlin Hagee, and Abigail Versman. Our microwave includes a variety of features that enable various levels of ability and disability to use it equally. The abilities that our microwave caters to include visual impairments, hearing impairments, people with limited or no physical ability, people with limited motor control, and also helps people who need extra sensory stimulation.
Our number buttons are large, color-coded, and they have Braille on them. We have a open button that is a different texture than the rest of the buttons, and we also have red and green start and stop buttons for the user. The buttons on our remote include the same features as the buttons on our microwave. However, the use of the remote will enable a wheelchair user with low upper body range of motion and strength to be able to use the microwave easier.
Users have the option of opening the microwave in a variety of ways, either by using the handle or the button on the actual microwave or on the remote. This is all just based on personal preference.
The microwave has a shelf for those with limited range of motion, so they do not have to reach in order to grab their food. This is a feature, it's like Siri for your microwave. You speak into the remote and the microwave does it for you.
In the next segment of our presentation, we will discuss how our microwave fits the 7 principles of universal design. These principles include equitable use, flexibility in use, simple and intuitive, perceptible information, tolerance for error, low physical effort, and size and space for approach and use. Our microwave accommodates people with varying abilities. For people who have visual impairments, they can be helped by the large, colorful Braille buttons, buttons for start and stop, voice recordings that repeat back to you anything that you type in, and all of these things allow use of the microwave without needing to use a timer or see what's actually happening, since all of the buttons are also textured. For individuals who can see a little bit, the buttons are all colorful and able to be distinguished from one another. For individuals who have hearing impairments, the buttons will be very critical because the voice stuff won't make a difference for them, but they can see all the buttons and distinguish between them easily. People who have limited or no physical ability can use the microwave through the voice activation. So they can talk to it like you would talk to Siri on a phone. Just by talking, they can get the microwave to start, stop, open, close, etc. They can also use the remote if they have limited ability with their hands but are unable to reach out and actually touch the microwave. They can operate the microwave just the same. And there's also a tray that is attached to the door. The tray enables individuals to set food on the tray without having to reach all the way inside the microwave to extend their arms, so it accommodates the limited physical ability of those people. Also, people who have limited motor control are assisted by the large and colorful buttons. The size of the buttons prevents people from pressing accidental buttons that they didn't intend to press. There's also buttons for start and stop, so an individual doesn't even have to use the timer part if they choose not to. Our microwave also accommodates people who need extra sensory stimulation through the different colored buttons in the Braille and other textured buttons, and the voice recording that repeats back every command that you give it. These features accommodate the senses of sight, sound, and touch. Individuals can choose to use our microwave in a variety of ways based on their preference and ability. First of all, individuals can open the microwave with the button on either the actual microwave or on the remote, or they can choose to use the handle if so desired. They can operate the microwave entirely with the remote, the buttons on the microwave, or through voice activation. There are also buttons for start and stop and buttons with numbers. This gives the individual a choice of using a timer or just guessing how long they want to put their food in and using the start and stop instead of the numbers.
No matter what your abilities are, we have the microwave for you. With controls for those with sensory motor needs and for those with literacy and language skills, our microwave eliminates as much unnecessary complexity as possible with our simple and colorful display. No need to worry about too many buttons because we only have what's needed. Varying modes of countdown times for the visually impaired so that they don't leave their food waiting. Vibrating remote for the countdown times also are for the deaf and blind. Our microwave is exactly what you need, with an automated system that announces the amount of time left to cook at the 5-minute, 1-minute, 30-second, 5-second, and 0 mark, and a chosen tone for the individual user. Large colored buttons allow for all users to choose the buttons they want without worrying of picking the wrong one. The remote in the automated system is easy to set up for any specific needs that you may have. And finally, we have used universal green and red buttons for manual start and stop on the microwave and the remote.
Our microwave is easily used, and the combination of voice activation, color-coded stop and go, and the door tray will limit error, making it as safe as possible for our user. The voice activation will repeat the time of food spent in the microwave back to the user and notify the user of the remaining time at the designated increments. This will confirm that the user is aware of how long the food will be in the microwave so that the food does not burn or catch on fire. Color-coded stop and go. In case of food being in the microwave too long accidentally, the user will be able to easily tell which button is stopped on both the remote and the microwave and be able to make the microwave stop. The food will also be placed on a tray attached to the door, making it easier for the user to remove the food from the microwave. This will inhibit possible burns from hot food spilling onto the user's lap. Our microwave will come with a remote control for individuals with low upper extremities range of motion or strength. The microwave door will also open with the food on the tray attached to it, limiting the reach for the individual.
Our microwave provides adequate size and space for people of varying abilities to use. The large buttons prevent accidental pressing of wrong buttons. People also have the option to operate with a handle, various buttons, or through voice activation, giving them choices as to how to move and how to operate and catering to their movement capabilities. There's also the food shelf on the door, which enables users to cook their food with minimal movement.
That concludes our presentation. Our microwave will be available in stores January 2018.